You know, the complaints about a rash of home demolitions in Portland, they're getting louder today.
There are plans to tear down a home on Northeast Alameda Street and put up two in its place, even though city zoning says the lot is only big enough for one. We sent Chris Woodard to get some answers. He's live in front of that home. So what's going on here, Chris?
And this is one that critics want changed, and they want changed now. At this point, there's only one home on this lot, but city rules are opening the door to developers.
This is not what I want to bring my son home to.
Fresh out of the hospital and home with their new baby boy, this family is worried.
Just concerned about the exposure he could have to things as the house is demolished.
We moved here 3 years ago, and actually we moved here to start a family. That was the main thing, is we wanted this setting, a very nice old neighborhood.
The yard signs tell the tale. Many in this area don't want the home they live next to torn down by a developer who plans to put two homes up in its place.
A lot of them are cookie cutter.
And they don't like how it's being done. I learned this lot is zoned R5, meaning at 9,000 square feet, it's only big enough to build one home on. So I wanted to know how there can be plans for two homes. I found out because at one point in history there was more than one lot here. The developer can be grandfathered in and put up more than one home even though current zoning wouldn't allow it.
It's very upsetting.
The developer tells me it's a common practice, and with an urban growth boundary they need somewhere to add housing in Portland. The city tells me it's legal, and almost all of these lot confirmation requests are done by developers who put up more than one home on a lot.
This neighborhood wouldn't be so desirable if it wasn't the way it is. And having this kind of stuff go on really changes what's here. So I think the city needs to be thinking about that.
This sort of loophole to the zoning, something neighbors here want the city council to stop everywhere.
This is our immediate concern, really, for the longevity of Portland and its future. We don't want to see all of this infill.
And the homeowner tells me that the only offers she actually got for this property were from developers. She said she picked the developer she did because of some assurances that were given to her about how this property would be handled. I also reached out to Commissioner Amanda Fritz today, who's in charge of the Bureau of Development Services, to ask her what she thinks about this city rule allowing those historical or older lot designations to be used. At this point, I have not heard back, but we will continue to check with her. Live in Northeast Portland, I'm Chris Woodard for KOIN 6 News.
So Chris, any indication at this point whether these are going to be skinny houses? Because we know that people are very divided on whether they love or hate skinny houses.
Skinny houses is a term used loosely now, Dan, with all these different developments. All we know is they'll be Tudor style. The two lots will both be 4,500 square feet each.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you very much for the latest on this thing that just keeps coming back.
Yes, it does, boy. Also